To match up between the Buffalo Bills and the Houston Texans. It's the marquee game of opening weekend, and off we go on a Sunday night on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go! At their own 23-yard line.
Check 26, check 26. Spill.
And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout. On the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And some space here. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Isaiah McKenzie, 77 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And it's 7-0 Buffalo.
Makes the score Bills 7, Texans nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up a touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
They'll run it with Johnson. He's got the first down and more past midfield. He's at the 30. And finally taken down at the 15. A big run there by Johnson. 48 yards on the ground. And look at that. I'd say somebody's already in mid-season form here in game number 1.
Doesn't need a whole lot of carries in the preseason, does he? He needs to get the ball when it counts. And when it does, he makes it count.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Watson. Thomas has got it, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Bills' 13-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Watson. And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. Ouch. Could have been a game-tying touchdown. He'll have to hold on that at least for now.
Ouch in a big way. Like ripping the Band-Aid off there. Can they let the sting subside and come back and get it done?
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Watson. This is caught. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Punching it in from a yard away as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive. And how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And we are tied at 7. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Griffith, and he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo 1st down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go, team.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Allen, he'll take a shot for the end zone. Isaiah McKenzie, 34 yards. And the Bills have taken the lead. Point after here coming up. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Bills 14, Texans 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Out of the gun, Watson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Watson now to throw. He's got Fuller. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Watson buying time to his left. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
It's a gain of 11. That's another Texans 1st down.
The 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Check Mike, check Mike.
On second down now, it's Johnson. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10.
Watch the safety creep.
And now here's a carry heading left. The tackle made by Levi Wallace.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
They'll try the air now with Watson. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A 24-yard touchdown. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. Defense just has to hate those guys.
Just drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken at his 4. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Call that a very strong gain of 24. Pretty entertaining start. 14 all the score on EA Sports. Allen fakes the give and keeps himself. He's got the hook up to McLeod. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And now it's 2nd down.
Hey, Zoo.
And again, it's Allen. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 21. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Now Allen again. That's going to be caught. That one goes for 24 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out as his guys are able to regain the lead. The extra point up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
They're on 26-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. And there on the tackle, Shaq Lawson.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Here's Henderson. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
Watch the pass. Check 15. Check 15.
Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the 1st. Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. And the catch made by Johnson. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
That was a dangerous throw towards the end zone. Boy, did it hang up there forever. Wanted to run up there and pull it down out of the sky.
Yeah, it felt like it really should have been intercepted. Lucky to have that one back.
You've got to be more careful when you're that close to the goal line.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Like 22. Points down, he's coming. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Like 22.
From the gun, here's Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down.
Let's go, baby.
Let's check in with our referee.
This is it. Great team. Hey, check. Got double tight. Double tight.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Kerryon Johnson Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah. Not
an actual player? No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, it's Allen. And he will find his man on the outside. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down. Allen now, only one pass has hit the ground for him. 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
56. Recon, 132 fighter.
Brings up second and a yard.
Hey, 5-7.
From the 44, Allen. And this is incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4 down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try the left side. Durham. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
19. 53 is the mark. What we got? Slam.
Allen now on 1st down. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. To the air, Allen. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. A final shot before half for Allen. Going up top. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in him one-handed. So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday night telecast of the new season. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
58, right.
Throwing again is Watson. It's complete to Fuller. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. Oh, he's got some breathing room. He's at the 40. Touchdown, Houston. Kerryon Johnson with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns as they have taken the lead. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
This is taken at its 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Allen off the bootleg. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field, into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He finds his target, Fuller. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
On first down, it's Johnson. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
At the 42-yard line.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Johnson. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Now Johnson. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
I can't believe they even let you play. Check out read. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58. Mike, 55. Rip left.
Now Watson, operating from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
He's checking. Crash. Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Mike's 22.
You ain't doing nothing today.
On 4th down, Watson. And he's going to go down again. Ed Oliver. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They'll run on 1st down. Griffith. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 30 yards. Allen now right at the 300-yard mark with still a quarter plus to go. It's 1st and 10. And it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to turn you up. Don't get nervous.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Texans 28, Bills 21.
The Texans on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Hey, 58 is a mark. 2 points down, he's coming. Watch the run, watch the run.
Operating from the gun. Watson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. A good pickup there, a 22. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
What an opening weekend it's been already. Could the best finish be coming here on Sunday night? We'll find out as we come up on a 1st and 10. The busy night continues for Johnson. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw is Watson. That's taken in by Henderson. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 41-yard line. Watson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Man open, that's Kiki QT complete. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. On 1st down, Johnson. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Oh, no, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They'll run on first down. It's Johnson, and he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Texans push further out in front. And that rushing touchdown is fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Call that a very strong gain of 24. On first down, Allen. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
On first down, it's Griffith. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. It's a pickup of 17 on that one and a Bills first down. Right back to him on first down. And he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
Following the fumble recovery, Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Here's a 20th carry for Johnson. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
It's 3rd and 10.
The Texans on third down. They've been excellent. 6 for 7. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go again. Here we go again. On to the floor.
Here's Watson. From the gun, he'll throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Mike 51. Alert. 51 to Mike. 51 to Mike.
Allen going to throw. Wide open receiver complete. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. So they're going for it, and here's Allen. And no, it's incomplete. The Bills' drive stalls out on fourth. Down. And the Texans take over an excellent field position.
Don't get nervous.
They'll run on first down. It's Johnson. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Now a timeout coming in here defensively as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On the jet sweep, here comes Fuller. And able to work his way down to the 16. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Johnson with a burst, a first down or more. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. Here's Johnson. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. From 3 yards out. And the Texans push further out in front. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well because you and I both know Protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, two sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning. He's got daylight. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Isaiah McKenzie with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Bills get a bit closer. Extra point right down the middle. And that will get them one closer. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only one timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it. 49, guys. Mike, 49. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D.
Here's Watson. Looking deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, 78 yards. And the Texans push further out in front. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
56. Hey, echo.
53 to Mike. 53, check. I got you, son. Alert 3. Check. 53's Mike.
Throwing on first down is Allen. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
To throw again on second down. Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
53, check 53. Let's go.
On third and long, it's Allen. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Check 99, check 99. Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush. Check 31. 81. Bang, 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 bang. 54.
On first down, it's Johnson. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up second and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
And he probably should have given that one off, as he's going to get hit and taken down behind.